Hello, YouTube. Hello to everyone in the chat and everyone watching on the VOD. This is your esteemed host, Mr. Shintigercurl, that dude in the straw hat, bringing you yet another edition of Shintigercurl Streamin. How's everybody doing tonight? Devil, you're early for once. Glad to see you here, man. You're in for a treat tonight. So, as the title suggests, we are going to be playing a game that, to my knowledge, that has not a single video on it. And trust me, I looked for the last couple of days just to be certain, and I haven't yet to see any kind of video on it, either as a review or as a full playthrough. But we're going to do that tonight. But before we get to that, it's time to get out your guns, lock and load, because it's time to shoot the shit. A bit to talk about today, or this week. If probably the biggest news of this week was the revelation that former President Joe Biden, Papa Joe, revealed that he has advanced pancreatic cancer. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and say that Joe Biden was the best president we ever had, or even among the worst. He was a passable president, considering who was his predecessor and who was his successor. But he was okay for his job. But I'm not gonna wish him ill because, yeah, he wasn't perfect. But this is iffy for me, because if you didn't know, a couple of weeks ago, I actually buried an aunt of mine. She came down with cancer. She was diagnosed that week. We all found out, and then the very next Tuesday she was gone. Like, it went from diagnosis to death that fast. So yeah, cancer is a bitch. And I know Joe's advanced and is up there in age, but they did say that this type of cancer is somewhat treatable. So here's hoping that it can turn out into something good. So best wishes for Joe Biden and prayers for his family. I know what that feels like to go through that shit many times. So there's that. Yeah, let's see, we are now 1 week away from AEW Double or Nothing, their annual event, featuring, of course, another iteration of Anarchy in the Arena. This time, seemingly the team up of the Bucks and the Death Riders taking on Swerve Strickland and his alliance, and we might actually see some women throw up in there, because Willow Nightingale and Marina Shafir still have an issue. They still beefing with each other, and we're gonna see them beat the ever-loving shit out of each other. So I'm looking forward to that. Let's see. Oh yeah, I just finished watching the third and presumably final season of Blood of Zeus on Netflix, from the same animation studio that gave us the Castlevania series. We had Blood of Zeus, which was an interesting take on Greek mythology. The show itself, it's watchable. Not the worst thing I've ever seen before. I will say that the main hero, Heron, who is, surprise, surprise, the son of Zeus, is the blandest protagonist ever. Not bad in any kind of sense. He's just bland, like blah. Like, he is milquetoast. He's just bread. Not toasted bread, just bread. The bread's not bad. You can make a sandwich out of it. It's just bread by itself. That's Heron. But I will say, one of the highlights of this show for me was the portrayal of Hades and his wife Persephone. Now, in a lot of media, and I'm a big fan of Greek mythology, in a lot of media, Hades is often as shown to be like akin to the devil. He's always shown to be evil and conniving and sinister and just all this evil shit. And probably the most famous and most well-known interpretation of him is the Disney Hercules version of him, played by James Woods. But that's not how Hades is in the actual mythology. Hades is actually a very, very nice god, at least compared to all the other gods, especially his brother, who just can't keep it in his pants. The only thing I would say that he did wrong was him kidnapping Persephone. And that was mostly because he was just lonely. I mean, he's the oldest of the Olympic Olympic trio, that being his brothers Poseidon and Zeus. And he literally got the short end of the straw, because in the mythology, after they beat the Titans, they drew straws to see who would control what. Zeus got the longest straw, meaning that he controlled Olympus and all the heavens. Poseidon got the middle straw, so he controlled the sea. The underworld went to Hades, who was ironically the oldest brother. In fact, from what I understand from Greek mythology, in some tellings, he was the first of Cronus' children that he ate. Yeah, Greek myth is messed up, but yeah. So he sees Persephone, and he's like, I would sure like to have her, kind of a woman like her, for a wife. And Zeus was like, you want Persephone? Go get her. So he kind of kidnaps her, and at first she's all mad and shit, but then she starts to see that Hades isn't all that bad. She eats some fruit of the underworld, and she stays in the underworld because of that. And her mother, Demeter, was the goddess of harvests, and she was looking all over for her daughter, and when she couldn't find her, nothing grew. The world became bitter and cold and just frosty. When she finally found out where her daughter had married Hades, and she said, I don't want to leave my husband. But she ate of the fruit of the underworld. And so that's how we got the season. So whenever it's warm, like it is now, Persephone is with her mother Demeter. But during the fall and winter months, that's when she stays with Hades. Yeah. And in the show, they portray their relationship as very loving, very committed. The only thing Hades wants, he doesn't want to rule Olympus. He has no interest in that. He just wants to make it so that he can spend time with his wife. And I loved in season 2 where they showed off how they came to be a couple. And it was so sweet and interesting. And in the show, they actually showed Persephone and Hades' children. Yeah, they have kids, two kids, Zagreus and Melone, I think that's her name is, or Meli for short. Those of you who have played the awesome roguelike game Hades knows the name Zagreus. Yeah, he literally got the short end of the stick. But yeah, it sucks. That's right, Double. He literally got the short end of the stick. But I like the way they portrayed them. This last season, they just kind of made the Titans the main bad guys, and some stuff goes down, and action is decent, but overall, it's an okay show. I wouldn't call it the best. It's just okay to me. On the One Piece reaction front, the One Piece anime has finally made it to probably the saddest backstory in One Piece history, the life of Bartholomew Kuma. And I kept telling folks, like, you're not ready for Kuma's backstory. You're not ready for it. And like, yeah, I've read Robin's backstory. I've read Brooks' backstory. It's all good. I'm not scared of Kuma's. It's probably not gonna be interesting anyway. Then they see the episode and I'm like, oh my god, somebody hug the bear man. Yeah, because Kuma's backstory is pain. Yeah, it's rough. It's gonna be rough. I already seen the reactions to people watching the episode, and I'm like, God damn, I feel bad for Kuma. You'll feel bad for him too. If you haven't seen the episode, you're in for an emotional roller coaster ride. Cause yeah, Kuma had it rough. Also, Tetris season is here upon us as competitive Tetris is moving into its big time season. Like, this is the summer always leads up to the CTWC, the Classic Tetris World Championships, where the best in competitive Tetris duke it out. And yes, there is a competitive Tetris scene. It's been around for decades. There are a lot of competitors out there that people need to keep an eye on. First and foremost, we have the Tetris brothers, as they're called, Dog, which is short for Dog Playing Tetris, and his brother Pixelandy. Those two were considered the tops of the Tetris scene. In fact, the first CTWC that was held remotely due to COVID was won by Dog Playing Tetris. In fact, the finals of that year's CTWC pitted Dog versus his brother Pixelandy, and they were playing in separate rooms in Cinderella Gray. I haven't checked that out yet. That's actually that. I really need to. Was trying to look for that title all the time, Devil. So I'm gonna check it out. If you suggested it, I'm gonna check it out. Just what I need. Another manga slash webtoon to take up my time, because I read a lot. But yeah, Dog and Pixelandy were playing the finals of the Tetris tournament, and they were each playing in their own rooms, which were right across the hall. But Dog has really recently come back to prominence. But the guy that everyone has been keeping their eyes on is none other than the game crasher himself, Blue Scooty. Blue Scooty, who I think is 13, 14 years old by this time. Blue Scooty made history last year when he became the first player to ever beat classic Tetris, like the original NES game. He played it until the game crashed. That is the first time that has ever happened since the game has been out, and no one before him has done it. Now, there have been a few others who have been able to crash the game, but Scooty was the one who crashed it. And he dedicated the win to his father, who tragically died months before he could see his son make gaming history. His father was a very big supporter of his, took him out to all the major events. In fact, Blue Scooty, at the age of 12, competed in, I think, was it 2023's CTWC. It was his first time there, and he made it all the way to top 4. Yeah, that kid, and he was just 12 years old now, in this couple of years now, and he has made a big splash for himself. He is a killer right now. And the guy, he's just a simple kid. He kind of reminds me of Butters from South Park, because every time I see Blue Scooty, I'm thinking, hey fellas, I'm gonna go play me some Tetris. Not to add any insult to the kid. I mean, I love me some Butters. Everybody loves Butters. That's why I call him Butters, because everybody loves him. But yeah, he's a normal kid. He rocks out to his headphones, and he has a large collection of Pokemon plushies, which he takes with him to tournaments. But yeah, if you want to see some premium quality great Tetris, I would recommend subscribing to the official Classic Tetris YouTube channel, CTWC. And they've got a backlog of tons of events and tournaments from across the world. They recently just released a one for a qualifier that took place a couple of earlier this week, and the video features both Dog and Blue Scooty playing. So if you're interested in what competitive Tetris looks like, hit that shit up. That stuff is great. It's like how I was with tennis. I wasn't expecting to like tennis as much as I do now, but I love professional tennis. It's a physically demanding sport. I didn't think professional Tetris was going to be anything great, but I love it. Can't get enough of it. Also, because I feel the need to say this, if you have not seen Tour de Pharmacy, watch it. It is a fantastic mockumentary. Came out 7 years ago. I know who's in it from memory, but I'm just gonna bring up the cast list. If you're not sold on this mockumentary, basically, the mockumentary is a sort of a mockumentary about a version of the Tour de France, where basically everyone in it was cheating in some way, and the whole thing is just played hilarious. And here's the list of people that are in it. Now, we got some characters who are playing young versions of the characters who participated in that the Tour de France, and older versions of the character who are recalling it. So let me just get some names. If this cast list doesn't get you wanted to watch this show, this documentary, nothing will. Playing as Marty Hess, a Nigerian cyclist. Yes, Nigerian cyclist. Andy Samberg as young Marty Hess. Yes, Andy Samberg is playing a Nigerian in this movie, in this mockumentary. Playing as old Marty Hess, Jeff Goldblum. Yeah. You got Andy Samberg and Jeff Goldblum playing the same character. Playing Juju Pepe, Italian cyclist, Orlando Bloom. Yes, that Orlando Bloom. Davon Diggs as Slim Robinson, the fictional nephew of famous baseball player Jackie Robinson. Playing old Slim Robinson, Danny Glover. Yeah, Lethal Weapon Danny Glover. This one, Devil, you're gonna like this one. This is part of the reason why I'm telling you. Yeah, Gustav Go Fast. I'm just about to mention that shit. Playing Gustav Ditter's Austrian cyclist John Cena, and playing older version of Gustav Ditter's Dolph Lundgren. I could go, look. I'm just going to the list of folks that are in this movie. You got James Marston, Will Forte, Maya Rudolph, Kevin Bacon, Felicia Rashad, Anwade. I can't pronounce his name, but he is in there. He basically played. He was basically Adebisi in Oz. He plays in a lot of stuff. I cannot pronounce his name, but you know who he is. Nathan Fielder, Chris Romano, John Hamm, Edgar Wright, J.J. Abrams as himself, Mike Tyson as himself, Chris Webber as himself, and Lance Armstrong as himself. Yeah, why is Mike Tyson in a film about professional cycling? You'll see when you watch it. Seriously, watch this shit. And because I love it so much, if I ever go to a con and John Cena is there, I'm gonna go up to him and with a straight face, I'm gonna say, John, I know you probably don't like this question being asked, but I feel I need to ask it just for my own clarification. And I hope you don't take this the wrong way. But my question is this: can you ride fast? And I hope to God he gets it. And the next words out of his mouth, I hope, are "fuck you." Next question. If he says that, that will make my night. You'll get it if you watch the movie. Tour de Pharmacy. Look it up. It's amazing. John Cena's hilarious. Everybody is awesome in it. Devil, he's contributing to it. Yeah, watch it. So, I think we're done with STS. So, Law, buddy, old pal. Yeah, you're still out cold from what the Blackbeard Pirates did. You please, 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 Law, please. Thank you, Law. All right, let's crack this sumbitch open. It's time to play. If I can, just gotta load up, and there we go. I'm just not showing up for. Let me. All right, I gotta just do some. Where is this? Yeah, there it is. And let's see, where are you? Oh man, I gotta. No, that's Steam. Hello, Car Junkie. Welcome. Glad you could come here. I'm having a few technical difficulties trying to figure out. I don't want my Steam page. I'm trying to. All right, let's try something else. I'm trying to get this thing to capture my at source window capture. No, that's not it. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me try to see if I can't get this. All right, let's remove this. Trying to see if we can. Let's see, where are you? Where are you? No, not here. All right, add source. Come on, damn it. All right, settings. Windowed. All right. All right. And done. All right, we're gonna fudge around with this for a bit because it's not capturing it's not capturing the video for some reason. And I don't want it all the way up there. Window capture all the way down here. No, wait a minute, that's donation ticker. All right, screen capture. All right, screen capture. Trying to put it all the way at the bottom so I can capture everything. I said capture everything. All right. Sorry this is taking so long. I should have done a test of this. I thought it was going to automatically capture the game. Ah, here we go. All right, we're done. All right, first and foremost, I gotta shrink this down. Yeah, streaming is a tricky thing. You would know, man. The screen. No, that's way too. All right. Looks like we got everything. Okay, we got everything we need. Okie dokie, we got that. All right. All right, ladies and gents. Yeah, I think I remember seeing that one. That one was sucked for you, Devil. I'm sorry about that one. All right, let's lock the screen. All right. So a little background about this. As everybody knows, I've been streaming nothing but digital board games. And unlike with Root, I've been streaming Root for God knows how long, and we've been having fun with that. And by the way, Devil, because I got somewhat paid this week, I actually purchased the last faction pack, so we got 2 more factions to look through. We may do it on this stream, we may not. Depends. Yep, double check your recordings, man. So yeah, we might get that. But yeah, tonight we're doing Eclipse, Second Dawn of the Galaxy. Unlike with Root, I actually own a physical copy of this game. It's actually a favorite game of mine. I rarely get to play it, mostly because it's not a one-person game. Although I did found a one-person mod that you can play of the game, but I just haven't had the time for it. Now, Eclipse, Second Dawn of the Galaxy, is a 4X game. In case you don't know, a 4X game is basically your Civilization standard fare. 4X standing for explore, expand, exploit, and exterminate. And this is one of the better 4X games out there, one of the more better reviewed ones. A lot of people liken it to a slimmed down version of TI4 or Twilight Imperium 4th edition. I agree that Twilight Imperium is a great game. There are three problems why I will never own it. One, TI4 is a big game. It's a big box game with a lot of chits and bits in it. So yeah. Two, it requires a lot of people to play. The ideal number that I've heard from various board game reviewers who have and enjoyed this game, that's anywhere between 3 to 5 people. That's the ideal spot. So, and I don't have 3 to 5 people to play with. I have my nephews, but they don't have the patience to play this game. And the third and final reasons why I will never own TI4, it's long. Like ridiculously long. It's a board game that you don't just pull out when you're bored. Like no one ever says, oh hey guys, we're bored, let's bust out some TI4 and you just play that. No, you got to plan around playing TI4. It is a massive game. Like on average it takes anywhere between 6 to 8 hours to beat it, and that's being generous. I've known games that have lasted an entire weekend, like full 12 to 16 hours for one game. TI4 is not a joke. You only buy and play that shit if you are hardcore into tabletop gaming. Great game. I will never buy it. But anyway, I got the physical version of this game for Christmas like 2 years ago from a friend. Fantastic game, and it does have a tutorial, but I'm going to teach you how to play this game. And for the most part, the game is relatively faithful to the physical game. I've been playing it since yesterday. People said the few reviews that are on it say that it crashes a bunch, but there have been some patches done to it. It's only crashed on me once, and that's when I quit out of the tutorial to the main menu. After that, I haven't had any problems. But tonight, we're going to be playing it. So I'm going to teach you how to play this game. Alright. Like any 4X game, the object is to create the largest empire or country possible. In this case, we're doing it in space. The game takes place over a series of 8 rounds. And each round, you'll be exploring the galaxy, expanding your empire, exploiting the resources of the planets, and exterminating the competition if you run into them. So there's that. So we'll start by playing. I already have a game up here. I was playing this earlier today just to get out of the way, and we're going to play a local game. Now you can play up to 3. You can play up to 6 characters. I'm just going to I hit 3 because that's the sweet spot for me. Human player. Now you got all these factions to choose from. They're all color coded, like the game. In the game box, I gotta tell you this. Eclipse is one of the best organized games I've ever had. Like the storage for this game is immaculate. Like when you want to play a faction, every faction has like a little container containing all the chits and the bits unique to that faction. So you don't have to just parse everything out from different bags or card boxes or whatever. You just, hey, you want to play green? Here, that's all the green stuff. And you just set it up on their own. Now, all the factions that are like yellow and red and blue and white, black and green, they're separated to the humans or the Terrans and the aliens. Now, all the humans are pretty much the same. You just pick the one you want. Aliens, they typically have stats that are a little bit different. So, for example, let's say I wanted to play as the Terran Federation, and I look at their stats. And it says here, one of the 6 basic species, all Terran species have the same set of base abilities, the same trade ratio of 2 to 1, and the same starting storage. They all start with a star-based technology already researched. They also get a bonus move action, allowing them to move 1 more additional ship more to or travel 1 hex further. And this is like all the stuff that you get. This is the starting system. These are the starting resources, and these are the ships. This is an interceptor, this is a cruiser, this is a dreadnought, and this is a starbase. So all this stuff going on here. Now I'll get into what all this stuff does when we get into a game proper. So now if you want to Now, if you want to play, all the humans play the same, but all the aliens play differently. They have different starting stats, they have different abilities. So the humans are basically here for, like, if you want to play the game on regular mode. If you want something different, you play as the aliens. So yeah, this is how they go. So for easy mode, we're just gonna stick with the Terran Federation. All right, now for the computer, I'm gonna normal AI. So we're gonna go with the Erdani, and the Erdani's effects are: the Erdani Empire starts with a significantly larger money storage, 26, than the other species, and have 3 technologies researched: the Gauss Shield, Fusion Drive, and Plasma Cannon. They also get 2 random reputation tokens. However, all this has a cost. Their influence levels are 2 bars higher than all the others. I'll get to what that means when I break down the rules. So we're going to play as the Erdani. We're going to have the Erdani, and we're going to go with normal AI, and we are going to play against the Planta. The Planta, these are all... Planta it may expand more rapidly than all the others, discovering up to 2 sectors in one explore, and get 1 additional VP at the end of every game for each sector they control. They also have 4 colonization ships available. However, they lose control over a sector easily. All it takes is a single enemy ship to one of their sectors. So yeah, they expand more quickly, but they don't but they're kind of like they kind of just spook them, like boo, and they run away. All right, get rid of this. All right, we got our players. All right, we're gonna start a game. All right, like I said, at the start, it's played over a course of 8 rounds. So the game has a set beginning and middle and an end. These are the technologies. In the game, you draw a technology. You draw 10 technologies to start from a bag of technologies, and these are the ones you can research at the start. This right here is a rare technology. We'll get to that in a bit. All right, thankfully it's our first turn, so I'm going to give there's no timer, so I'm going to give a crash course on what this stuff does. So get out your notebooks and your pen and paper. This is going to be a bit long. All right, up here at the top, hopefully you can see my mouse, you have your resources. This is money, this is science, and these are materials. Money is used to pay for your empire, because no empire runs for free. So there's that. Science is how you research technology. So the higher your science, the more advanced tech you can research. Materials is how you build shit. This is how you build your ships, your star bases, your orbitals, or your monuments, all from here. Now, this right here, this bar right here, is your influence bar. Each of these pips represents 1 bit of influence. This is usually represented in the game by influence discs that kind of look like cough drops. That freaks me out. So anything you do in the game costs influence, and during your turn, you can do 1 of 6 actions which costs influence. You can keep doing these actions as many times as you want, but there's a price to that, and I'll get to that later. All right, these are your ships. These are your ship blueprints. This is your interceptor, your cruiser, your dreadnought, and your starbase. Now, these are your blueprints. This dot right here represents your ship's hull or your life points. This is how much damage they can take before they get destroyed. These ones with the computer, these ones with the numbers are your computers. Computers help you shoot better in combat. So like this one is an electronic computer. Every weapon mounted on the ship on this part requires to roll 1 less to hit. And I'll get to battle in a bit. This right here is a nuclear drive. This is how your ships will move around. The nuclear drive, ships may only move 1 sector for each movement point spent, and increases its initiative by 1 and consumes 1 energy. These are your weapons. They all start with a basic ion cannon, which fires 1 shot and does 1 point of damage. The lightning bolt right here represents how much energy it takes to power this up. And this is where your nuclear source is. This is your power supply. It produces 3 energy. So with all this stuff, you have to be able to take into account how much you can hold on here. Now say this nuclear drive and the ion cannon each take 1 energy. The nuclear source produces 3 energy. So I can put something here if I wanted to, like another piece of hull, or a better nuclear drive, or a better computer, or what have you, or better weapons. But you have to always take into account how much energy that new piece of gear on your ship costs. So if it's higher than what you produce, you can't put it on there. Now, the best part about this is these are global blueprints. So that means these are not individual ships. Like if I put this plasma cannon on it, which I haven't researched, and I put it on here, every interceptor that I build from then on will have this plasma cannon. So the more you upgrade these, the better ships you'll be able to produce. So there's that. Star bases, you still need the technology to build star bases. Star bases don't move, they don't require drives, they just are there to provide defense for you. So there's that. All right, this is the technology board. Each of these technologies, they all take up the same slot. There's a designated spot for each of them. Now, at the top here, let's see. At the thing right here, this is the price on how much science you need to research this. And this one, and here's the thing. You see this thing that says 9-6. 9 represents how much science or how much research you have to pay originally. 6 represents how low you can discount that. And by discount, we go to the technology board. Now, the more you, like say I research this neutron bombs. If I do, I put it here on the top row. They match. So top row, middle row, bottom row. Now, if I research this and I put it here, because I already have the star bases already researched because I'm human, it will knock off it will knock off one science for this. So this, if I pay for it, this would be, if I move it here, it will be 8. Then if I had something here and I moved it here, it would be 7. If I did something here and I moved it here, it'd be 6. The 6, I mean, that's a 2. I'm sorry. I'm over here. If I play, this would be, so if I researched it, it would be an 8 if I put it here. So the more tech you research, the cheaper the tech that you can eventually buy. You can't go down to 0. This number right here shows that's the lowest it will go in terms of science. And right here, you start earning victory points for the more science that you the more technologies that you research. So you want to get as much research, much technology researched. All right, if you're. All right, now this row right here is for rare technologies. These are the ones that come. They aren't prescribed to any particular row. You can put them anywhere, so that would allow you to make your stuff cheaper. And once you get to this point, you start earning victory points. The object of the game is to get the most victory points. All right, we'll close this. This up here is your trade bar. This is how much you can exchange resources for other resources. So for me, I can exchange like 4 minerals to get 1 gold, to get 1 money, or 2 minerals to get 1 money, or 2 minerals to get 1 science. So this is a good way of generating some extra stuff. You can't trade income. I think you could trade it, but you want to keep your you don't want to exchange income for anything. All right. I need to, now we're getting out of this. All right. Now, this right here is the galaxy map. Every faction starts on a specific one. Here are the Edry, here are the plant people, and here are the humans up here. Now, every tile has planets on them. The purple represents the science, gold represents the money, and these represents ore. The dots represent that these planets have been colonized. Now, you get population from your resource bar up here. the more planets you populate, the more resources you can get. Like say if I populate this another purple planet, I take one from up here, and this +4 means the next at the end of my turn I'll produce +4 science. Same with this one. If I if I placed a population cube here, that means I colonize this planet, and I'll be producing more money, more money. So you want to populate planets, and you want to put your colonists on these planets to expand your empire. This hand sign right here, this is an influence. This means that when you place influence on a sector or on a tile, that means that you control that sector. This entire sector is under your control, and you can do whatever you want with it. All right, these are ancient ships, like remnants of an old advanced alien society that are just around because they're automated. You can fight these guys if you get your ships in there. This is the big badass Death Star looking motherfucker, the last remnants of the old civilization. As you can see, he's got a lot of planets. Each empty dot means that you can put a population cube on that, and the more population cubes you have out, the more stuff you can produce. Hold on, let me get some water. All right. This one won't move. The ancient ships, they won't move. They'll just stay there until somebody fights them. This is worth a lot of victory points. So if you think you're strong enough, you can go after this guy. All right, making sense. Yeah, it's kind of like a stripped down version of Stellaris. Fun fact, I actually own Stellaris. I may actually do a playthrough of Stellaris one day on the channel, maybe. Yeah, but it's very simplified. All right, as for the actions, this bar represents the actions you can take for your turn. First, we have an explore. Explore means that if you can explore any tile connected by a wormhole. You can barely see it here, but these form a half of a wormhole. So if I play explore, I can explore one tile here, or a tile here, or a tile here, and a tile is drawn randomly. It may have an ancient ship on it, it may not. It may have planets, it may not. Once you finish exploring, then you have the option of putting an influence marker on it to make that system yours, and then you can colonize it. If there's an ancient on top of that tile, then you can't. You have to defeat the ancient on there first before you can even think about colonizing it. There are special resource markers on here that either give you victory points or special rewards, depending on if you have control of this that sector or not. Influence is where you can move your influence discs around, which is a good way of keeping influence down, and I'll get to what that does in a minute. Research is just like it says. You use your science to go over here and research one of these techs. You just take it and drag it down to your tech tree. Upgrading is where you take the technologies that you upgraded and you slap them on your ships. You can upgrade twice per action. So I could slap something on a generator onto one of my ships and what have you, and that'll be on it. But you can only upgrade with stuff like say if I wanted this antimatter cannon, which is awesome, which is great. I can't upgrade it to my ships because I haven't researched it yet. So I first have to research it. Then when it's on my upgrade menu, then I can move it from down here onto my ships. So they'll have antimatter cannons. Build is self-explanatory. It allows you to build your ships and your star bases. This number right here represents how much resources how many materials it takes from up here to build them. So it would take 3 materials to build an interceptor, 5 for a cruiser, 8 for a dreadnought, and 3 for a starbase. You can build as many times as you want, so long as you have the resources to build for them. And move, you just be able to move your ships a set number of points. Let me see if they got it up here. Let's see. They got the move somewhere around here. This part represents their initiative. The higher this number is, that means they can go first in battle. Now, once you do any of these 6 actions, you play this, take this bar and you move it over and you're passing. Then your opponents will do their actions and so forth, and we'll keep going around. If you don't want to do anything, you hit pass. Now, the advantage of passing, you want to probably be the first one to pass, because if you pass, then that means, not only would it mean that you'll be the first player on the next round, but you get an additional 2 gold for passing. So it's financially and tactically advisable to be the first one to pass. So do everything you need to do, but pass for. Now, as for influence, influence is important here. The more influence that you use for whatever you use, this number up here represents how much you have to pay to keep your empire running. So for the first 2, you don't have to pay nothing. You're good. Here, you have to pay 1 to keep your empire running. That's fine. I'm making 3 money per turn, so that's okay. But per round, so that's okay. Up here, -2. Still good. Still in the green. Use 1 here, -3. Still good. -5. Okay, you're doing well. You're doing all right. You're doing well for yourself, but you need to slow down. You're not making that much money. You go here, you be in -2, and he's like, "Stop! For the love of God, we don't have that much money." So, at the end of after everyone is passed, then we move on to battle. Now, battles only happen if two ships of 2 rival factions are in the same space. So you're not always going to battle. But after battling, then we move on to resolution, where you have to pay for your empire first. So if you can't pay for it, then you have to sell something. You have to either take influence discs off a sector that you control, or get rid of your colonies, or go here to exchange some minerals for exchange some resources for money, which you need to keep your empire running. This right here, these are your colony ships. This means that you can only colonize up to 3 times per turn. So, per round. So, after everyone passes, after all the battles have been done, after we count up all the resources that we earn, then we move on to the next round and repeat it all over again. Whoever has the most victory points wins. Simple. Very simple. Very simple to play. So, since we started first, it'll be good for us to hit explore. All right. The galaxy itself is divided up into 3 sections. We got the outer ring, the middle ring, and the inner ring, all with this guy at the center of it. Outer rings are probably the more safer bet, because you probably won't run into anybody, but they don't have much in the way of resources. Middle rings, they have planets with much better resources, but you'll have a much higher chance of running into an ancient. This is what this mark means. It means if I choose to explore here, there's a 25% chance I'll run into an ancient. If I go down here, I have an 80% chance of getting a money planet, 70% chance of getting a science planet, and a 50% chance of getting a mineral planet, and a 20% chance of getting a neutral planet, meaning I could colonize it with whatever. But there's a 50% chance that I'll run into an ancient. So, with that out of the way, the best thing I should do is get my infrastructure up. So first I'm going to explore the outer ring first. And I ran into a fucking ancient. So now I have the option of keeping this or rejecting it. If I reject it, then this tile doesn't go down, and I can hopefully get another shot at a better tile than the next one. But it does come with a discovery token, so you know what? This is a good spot, so I'm going to keep it. I can't risk now. I have to line it up so I complete a solid wormhole, which I did. And let's see. I got another wormhole down here so I can go downward if I need to. So I'm just going to do here. This is where I could put in an influence disc, but since there's an ancient here, I can't. So I have to wait until I can actually kick this guy out before I can take over the sector and colonize these planets. Now, if you see this dot right here, this means that this planet is an advanced planet, meaning that you have to research advanced labs in order to get there. So in order to do this, I'd have to research the tech first to be able to colonize this particular planet. So there's that. All right. We're going to do this, and we're going to end our turn. All right, the Eldaria going, and they're researching this tech. That's all they're going to do. The plants are going, they're exploring, and they ran into a warp gate. Oh, they can explore twice because that's their species ability, and they're using a discovery token to get some extra points. All right, let's explore again because I need some place to I need some place to set down. One planet, I'll keep it. I'll put a let's see. Oh, either 2 points or plus or resources to everything. So I'm getting resources to everything. All right. I'm going to take control of the sector. And I can put, since this is a neutral planet, I can put anything here. All right. I got 6 money, 5 science, and 6 materials. So money is always good. All right. Colonize our first planet. End our turn. All right. They're exploring. They've finished exploring. Plants are thinking. They're exploring again. A nothing burger over here. And exploring over here. And an ancient ship over here. Okay. And they got orbitals. Yeah. Orbitals are a great technology if you can get it. It basically gives you a space station that you can use to populate any one of these up here, so that you can, so if you don't have a planet that you can colonize, you can just slap down an oral and you'll be able to just put population in it, so you'll be able to earn more science or earn more money. But you can't do it for materials because you need to mine materials, and there are no materials on an orbital. All right. Let's see. I got 5 science. Let's see. I can get a fusion source, which is a better power reactor. That's about the only thing I can get. So, you know what? All right. My influence, I'm still at -2. I got 6 money, so I'm still gonna be in the green. So, you know what? I want to get a head start on folks. I'm gonna research this round. So I'm gonna take the fusion source and I'm gonna slap it down here. All right. All right. And my turn. Next turn, I'm going to upgrade my ships with the fusion source. They're exploring. They're switching influence. And they're colonized. They've made an orbital and then they're colonizing. Okay. All right. I think this is all right. We're going to upgrade. So I'm going to take my fusion source and I'm going to slap it down on my dreadnought and my cruiser. So now I have this, now can generate 6 power. So that means I can put more stuff on here if I want to. All right. That's all I'm going to do. All right. They're exploring. They ran into another ancient. They're colonizing some planets. They're in a much better position than we are. All right, the plants have passed. I think I'm going to pass myself. All right. The Andari are exploring. They're colonizing planets, the lucky bastards. They finished their turn. The plants are thinking. They have passed. My turn. Now, these are reactionary commands. After you pass, you can only upgrade, you can build, and you can move. This is sort of like a reactionary command in case, like, you got another, in case a ship came over here into your territory and you need to move your ships to another territory, or build up another ship just in case, or do a last minute upgrade. That's all there. These still cost influence though. But right now we're not connected to anybody, so we're not worried so much about it. So we're just going to pass. They've passed. They finished their turn. All right, we've entered round 2. All right, we got some new technologies. We got this. This is good. We got a new fusion source, so we can generate 9 power if we choose to research it. And we got, ooh, nice. I want to get this, so that would definitely help me out. So, but since the plants were the first to pass, they get to go first. We passed second, so it's our turn. All right, I got 4 science. Let's see. All right, I got enough materials. So actually, exchanging resources doesn't cost a thing. So it doesn't take an action. This is a free action. So I'm gonna do 2. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Also, I can afford this. So now I can. No, I don't want to upgrade. I want to research. So I'm gonna research. Antimatter splitter allows you to split damage from antimatter cannons all over a target. That's not exactly what I wanted, but let's see. Improved hull. We can always go for improved hull. Down here. Cost me all my science, but that's okay. And I'm gonna end my turn. Get rid of this. They're trading money. And they're building orbitals. Shit, I should have went for the orbitals. Okay, now it's our turn again. All right, we still have a lot of room to maneuver before we go into bankruptcy or anything. Let's see. Ooh, targeting computer. Oh, this will be nice. The positron computer, basically it'll add 2 to our dice roll. You use dice to do battle here. We'll check it out when we go into battles, but okay. Let's explore again. I need some planets where I can colonize, so not the best, but I'll take what we can get. We'll keep it. Okay, I'm gonna move this around. I want to be able to keep it connected to the inner ring if possible. All right. I want to be able to keep into the inner ring in case I get an opportunity to go after this big son of a bitch. All right, we're gonna lay this down. Ooh, ancient shit. Oh shit, 11 power? Fuck, I'm taking that. All right, I am going to. Yes, I am influence this. And whenever you get an ancient ship fart from a discovery tile, you can immediately add it to a blueprint. So I'm gonna add it to my dreadnought. It's gonna be a bad son of a bitch once I get some good weapons. I'm gonna be wrecking fools. That was good. All right, I'm gonna colonize this to make some more materials and colonize. Alrighty then. I'm gonna go here so I can get some more science and some more stuff. All right, we are still well within limits. The other guys are doing better than me because they actually are colonizing much better planets. I've only colonized twice, and the plant people got fucking orbitals, so it's bullshit. All right, we can afford to go 2 more times, or we could build how much is a dreadnought? No, I'm gonna save up to build another dreadnought, then we're gonna go after this guy. All right, let's explore one more time. All right, 26% chance. Okay, this is good. That's better than nothing. I'll keep it. All right, it's connected, so I have a straight. Okay, so I have a straight. If I decide to, I have a straight shot to the Death Star, motherfucker, if I need to. Okay, we're good here. All right, we're gonna click. Yes, we're gonna influence it. So, and we're gonna send. We have 2 more colony ships left, so we're gonna send this. We're gonna be producing science like a son of a bitch, and we're gonna end our turn there. All right. They're exploring more. They got an ancient ship part themselves. And they're slapping it right onto their dreadnought. They're colonizing some planets. Now it's time for the plants. They're moving their ships. Looks like they're going, oh, we're going to have ourselves a battle here. All right, before they start the battle, I'll just tell you how a battle works. Now, ships that have a higher, now, if your ships have missiles, they will always go first, regardless. If there's a tie in terms of initiative on who has missiles, I think it's the defender who has initiative. So missiles always go first. But here's the thing: you can only use missiles once per battle. Once you shoot them in battle, that's it. They're done. You're not going to be able to use them anymore. Yeah, I know, it's stupid. After that, then we go in initiative order. So the ship with the highest initiative goes first. Then the ship with the next highest initiative, regardless of whose side it's on, goes next, and then next, and they'll keep doing this until one side wipes the other out or one side retreats. You want to get into battles because you get victory points for the however many ships you take out. Now, in battle, you roll a 6-sided die. You need to hit sixes or auto hit. But you need to roll 6s. Now there are auto hits on the dice that I actually own, so those are auto hits. If you roll a 6, you automatically hit. That's if you hold anything under a 6, you're done. That's a miss. That's why you need targeting computers, because they add +1 or +2 modifiers so that you can hit hard. You can be able to hit harder and more often. So we're going to see an example of the battle once the round ends. All right, it's our turn. And as you can see, if I take one more action, I am going to be putting us in the red. So I'm not going to do that. I am going to pass. So I'll be the first one to go next turn. All right. Plants are going. My turn. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm not going to do anything else. I can wait the turn. All right, the Andrani are going. Okay, a plant battle versus the defenders. Let's see how well they're going to do. Let's get it on. Plants are fighting. Everyone's missing. Solid hit from them, and they just took them out. Nice. And these are in the game, in the physical game. Whenever you win a battle, you reach into a bag and get one of these tokens. They go from 1 to 4, and you don't show them to your opponent. You just draw 2, and then you pick whichever one you want, and you keep it, and you put the other in the bag. This way, your opponent, you have an idea of what's in the bag, but your opponents don't. Now, you will get tokens regardless, just from participating in the battle. So, and you get extra tokens depending on what you destroyed. And so he got one just from participating in the battle, and he got another because these ships are worth 1 for everyone that you blow up. So this is another. So fighting is a good way of getting victory points. And so he's getting an ancient ship part, and he's gonna slap that sumbitch on his dreadnought, and he's setting his influence. So now that he won the battle, he's going to influence this. And they're moving influence around. All right. All right. All right, round 3. All right, we can now colonize money planets and science planets and money planets. We got a +3 computer. We got a better blaster, advanced labs. Oh, and initiative reducer. Okay, I want some of that. All right, it's my turn since I passed first. All right, we got 7 science. What can we buy with 7 science? Let's see, an antimatter splitter, computer. I'm good on energy. You know what? I want that computer, so we're going to no, we're not going to explore. I didn't mean to do that. We're going to research. So we're going to get a +2 computer. There's that. And you know what? I want to trade again. Let's go for 2 so I can get 101, and we'll go there. And we'll end our turn there. All right. Majority of thinking. They're trading resources. They go 3 to 1. We go 2 to 1. All right, they're researching. They're researching advanced labs for science planets so they can colonize science planets. And they're doing so here. The plants are going. They're upgrading. They're improving the hull of their dreadnought and their cruiser. All right, my turn. All right. Let me see. I'm not ready to fight him yet. So, you know what? I'm going to upgrade my stuff. All right. I'm going to put in a targeting computer here and a targeting computer here. All right, next turn, I'm going to build another cruiser. And then we should be ready to take... Actually, I want to boost up my hull first before I even think about taking on the Ancient. So it's something to consider. All right. Oh, they passed first, so they're going first. The plants are relocating. Oh, they're feeling ballsy. They're feeling ballsy. They're really going after the Ancients. All right. All right, we're going to research. I mean, not research. I don't have any science, so I'm going to upgrade. I'm going to upgrade our hull for our cruiser and here. All right. I think next turn we're going to pass. They have passed, so I'll be going third. Yeah, they're getting mad squabbly. They're getting mad squabbly. All right, we're just going to pass. They're passing. Passing. All right, the plants versus the Ancients. Place your bets. The plants have been known to be very passive, but here they are. They're just getting all scrappy and shit. All right, let's see what they can do. Fire. Oh, they took out their interceptor. They still got a cruiser. Firing. Direct hit. Fire. Down to 2 life. Direct hit. They took out one of them. One more to go. Direct hit. Fire. Direct hit. Woo! And they took them out. Wow. And they earned 3 tokens for that. Impressive, plants. Impressive. And they're getting an advanced ship part for that. And they're slapping it right on the dreadnought. They're going to be shooting gooder. Shoot gooder. All right. Plants are thinking. Now they are colonizing their newly won planets in their sector. They're taking influence off there. My turn. I mean, their turn. Next round. All right, all right, they're getting more in. They're knocking down their influence with that one. Plants are going. They're changing influence. So they can go in this sector to control these ships. All right, I got 8 science. Let's see. Let's see. I need something a little bit better than what I got. 8 science. Energy source. What is this? Pico modulator allows for 2 additional ship parts during upgrade action. Okay, that's good. Salton cannon. Fires 1 shot each worth 3 damage. Okay. And that's actually 7. Okay, we're gonna go with the Soliton cannon. All right, so we are going to research Soliton cannon, and we're gonna put it right smack dab here to earn a victory point. All right. Next turn, we're slapping it on our shit, and then next round we're going hunting. We are just going hunting. All right, and they're getting that. Yeah, the ancients aren't putting up a good. The plants usually aren't this aggressive. I don't know why, but okay, we're gonna upgrade. We're gonna slap this on here and slap this on here. All right, we're done. End our turn. All right, he's used the warp gate. He's warped all over. Oh, good God. Looks like he's going ancient hunting. All right. You know what? I'm going to start trading in some of these materials. But not too many. All right. Done. Good. All right, we got it. Okay, we're just underneath this. So what I want to do, I'm going to build here, and I'm going to build another cruiser. So we got 2 cruisers. All right. All right, I'm definitely going to do some trading here. Yes. Let's see. Damn. I'm just going to use this to... It's going to put me in the red, but I need to start doing some damage. So I'm going to put over here. And I'm going to put my interceptor over here. I didn't upgrade my interceptor too much, but that's okay. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Hopefully, we'll be doing something. All right, I'm passing. All right. Oh, we got a player versus player battle. The Iridani versus the plants. All right, let's get ready to rumble. Oh, they're attacking their planets. Oh, I completely... yeah, you can attack their planets. You committing genocide. All right. First battle of the video. Fingers crossed. All right. My interceptor has higher as initiative of 3. So we're going to attack first. Miss. They're going to go next. No! No! My interceptor! Oh, my cruiser! Oh. Ah! Oh, that for nothing. I get 2 measly stinking points for taking part in that battle. Oh, I got wrecked. Oh, I gotta exchange some resources just to keep my head above water. Yeah, I gotta remove influence from here. I'm gonna decrease this. Oh, that cost me a lot. Oh, we got wrecked in that one. Oh, don't worry, we're gonna get our payback. I lost some territory because of it. Oh, we're getting our payback. We getting ours back. All right, is there anything we can research that'll help us out? We got 6. Oh. Nothing I can buy. So you know what? And I can't even build anything. I can't even fucking build anything. I can't build anything. Shit. I'm gonna just have to pass because I have nothing to do. I can't do anything. I don't have any resources. I can't research anything. That battle. This is how it goes in Eclipse. One battle has ruined my entirety of my strategy. So all I can do, while everybody else is doing all this kind of crazy shit, I'm stuck. Yeah, the Terrans have become the bitch of the galaxy. And the plants are they're just going after every damn body. I don't even know why you're going back to me. I can't do anything. The plant, oh, round 2, they want to kill the rest of those people. Genocide. Yep. Oh, and now we got another battle. No hits. Oh, Can Andrade fight back? They're hitting him. One more. Direct hit. Oh, one hitter quitter. Ah. And the plants are just going ham. They are massacring folks. I'm sorry I called you guys pussies. I am sorry. Apparently the plants don't have any bitch in them. And they're just colonizing shit. Man. Round 6. 2 more rounds to go. I can go first. Can I build anything? I can research something. Alright. Alright, can I build anything? No, I'm not gonna build anything. I got 12 points to spend. Alright. Antimatter cannon. You know what? I'm going to get antimatter cannon. Alright, so let's see. What can I trade? Alright, we can do that. Do we have enough? We have just enough for the antimatter cannon. So, okay. First and foremost, we are going to research the antimatter cannon, getting us 2 more victory points. And we're going to end our turn. Next turn, I'm building a dreadnought, and I'm going in there and I'm fucking shit up. Plot twist: the plants have filled the planet with super fertilizer. They must be on some kind of stuff because they've been kicking everybody's ass using the warp gate. What are the plants planning? All right, we're going to build a ship here. No, wait a minute. First and foremost, I forgot. First and foremost, we are going to upgrade. Let's see. We're going to upgrade our measly cruiser with our antimatter cannons. Next turn, I build a cruiser. Then next turn after that, we're going in. We're getting our revenge. All right, they're relocating their fleets. Oh shit! Are they going after the? Are they going after the Death Star? All right. First and foremost, we're building. All right, I need to build right here. We're going to build a cruiser. All right, next turn, we're going in. If I can beat these guys, then I can recoup some of my losses from that previous battle. I'm not winning the game, but I at least want to kill something. These plants must be man-eaters or something. All right, we're going to move our cruiser here. And that's it. I'm gonna end our turn right there. That's it. I'm gonna pass. The Andrade pass first. The plants just all over the place. Yeah, I'm passing. The plants have passed. All right. Hopefully we'll go better. Let's rock. Fire. They missed. All right, attack. Missed. Fire. 2 hits. Shit. Perfect. All right. Auto assign. There we go. Die, you son of a bitch. Miss. Yes. Roll. Yes. Suck it. Yes. Yeah, we got 3 points and 2 1-pointers. All the best ones probably got taken by the goddamn plants. Orbitals. A bit late in the game for orbitals, but I'll take what I can get. I found an orbital. And let's see. I'm going to influence this sector. And I'm gonna colonize this. Let's colonize some gold. Colonize this and colonize this. All right. Nice. We got our first battle. We colonized some planets. Round 7, 2 away. They're going first. They probably want to get some revenge on the plants because they've been fucking them up. The plants are going. Oh shit, they're going after the Death Star. Oh, this is going to be epic. All right. Let's see. What can I research? I got 8. Warp gates. I don't plan to be fighting anytime soon. But let's explore. See if we can't find something. Nothing left to explore. We're gonna go here. Oh, we'll keep this. Yeah, we're damn sure going in here. But first I want to build another cruiser. Before I go in, I want to build another cruiser so I can go in there and start beating his ass. If we're going down fighting, all right? The Andrade are going. Oh shit, they're going after the planets. They're in for revenge. Oh, and the plants just got missiles. Oh man. All right. We're going to build here. We're going to build another cruiser. I don't have anything else to use, so we're going to end our turn. All right, Andrade are going. They're getting a new power source. All right, the plants are going. They're getting another new power source. All right. All right, my turn. Our last action for this turn, we are going to move our cruisers from here to here. And move our second cruiser from here. So it's 2-on-1. Done. End our turn. All right, they're changing influence. They're colonizing some planets. They're finishing. The plants are going. They've passed, so they'll be the first one to go. I'll be second because I'm passing this turn. The Andrade are thinking. They're colonizing more planets. The plants are going. They're passing. It's my turn. I am going to go. All right. Battle time. The Iridani are getting their payback against the plants for that genocide. Oh! I did not know that. What you just saw, everyone, that was the use of a neutron bomb. Like, if you're it is a technology that if you have a ship in an area where there are no other ships and you don't control it, then you could just nuke it from orbit. That's what that was. That was a fucking nuke. And you don't even have to equip it to your ships to do it. They just auto do it. So the Andrade just got this, paid them back in blood. Like, how many plants did they kill? Shit. All right, enough of that. It's time for us to start beating some ass. They go first. That's okay. Both direct hits. Suck it. Finally. Just when I start getting my battle on, I get the worthless tokens. All right, they're going after the GCDS, or the Death Star. The plants have been just rampaging across the galaxy for God knows how long. Let's see if they can take down the big boy. Multiple hits, down to 2. And they just took down the big Death Star. Damn, the plants are unstoppable. I'm glad they're not fighting us. They would completely wrecked us. All right, Agent Discovery. They're taking 2 victory points. My turn. I'll take the 2 victory points. Yes, I'll influence this. Finish their turn. They're changing influence. There was a comment from them. The plants are thinking. Our turn. And we're going to colonize this. And we're going to colonize this. I don't even really see what could help us out at this point. We're not going to be doing any battling. I might as well just try to get some science up. So we're just going to do that. Last turn. All right, the plants are going to run away with this. And they're still hunting ancients. What did the ancients do to the plants to get a vendetta like this? Shit. 18 science. I'm just going to try to research as much as I can. So I'm going to research. And let's see, what is this? Wormhole generator. Don't need that. Neutron absorber. Would be the plants would have used this because this negates neutron bombs. Let's see. I'm just going to take the influence. I'm going to take advanced robotics. And that's it. Still got 10 left, so I'm just going to start researching a bunch of shit. Oh, hey, it wasn't. Hey, man. Hey, Ray K. Thanks for jumping in. No problem. Glad you enjoyed my Iron Kingdom stuff. Stay tuned because I will be doing another video. That's why I've been making these videos. The next Iron Kingdoms video is going to be running kind of long. I had to find some resources and some music for it. But yeah, the next video is going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. So if you're not subbed, stay tuned, whatever, what have you. Appreciate you watching. Let's see. Federation's going. We still got 10. You know what? I'm gonna start trading. I don't need any minerals, so I'm just gonna trade away my minerals for some extra science. All right, I got 10. I got 10 science. Let's see, what else can I get? Someone took the obelisk already. All right, we're going to research. Let's try to score some victory points. So we're just going to go on the victory point track, and we're just going to start scoring some points. So we're going to go here, hit this, scoring 3 victory points. And next turn, I'm just going to research one more time, and then I'm just going to end it. I know I'm not going to win this. The damn plants were just too good. And the plants and the Imari are going for their revenge. They're gonna nuke these planets. Oh my god, this is gonna be a genocide. Oh, this is gonna be a genocide. I'm glad they stayed far away from me, because I don't want that plant smoke. All right, we're gonna just finish out the middle track and put this here. And after this, I'm just going to be done. I'll just pass. The Andrade are loading up their weapons. They're going in for... They are planning their revenge. The revenge of the Indrani. The Eridani. The plants are going. The plants. Oh, they're busting out the heavy artillery with their dreadnoughts. Oh, double busting out that shit. Oh, they're coming for revenge. They're not taking revenge from me because I'm not in this. I'm done. You two can slaughter the crap out of me. At least I didn't perpetrate any genocides. At least I didn't do that. But all right, you know what? I'm gonna explore one more time, just to see what's out there. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. Connection doesn't matter. Yes, I'm taking control of it, and I'm gonna colonize. And I'm gonna end my turn. Oh shit. They're filled out the bottom row, so they're scoring a shit ton of points. Plants are going. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. God damn. The plants coming in hard. I'm kind of glad I didn't fuck with the plants, because they're on a vendetta. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Like, I don't want any part of the plants. The plants are playing for keeps. Man, never underestimate the plants, ladies and gentlemen. All right, everybody's passed. All right, the Indani are going for their Erdani are going for their revenge. They're attacking. They're trading shots back and forth. Shots are being traded. Andrade is fighting back, even though it's got one hull. A little bit of stuttering. And the Andrade got completely shit-wrecked by the fucking plants. Somewhere out in Gotham City, Poison Ivy has the biggest smile on her face as the plants are showing utter dominance. It's incredible. And now they're just gonna finish off the Ancients because apparently the Ancients owed them money or something. Damn, look at all those shots. God damn, one volley. And the ship only had one hull. One shot could have taken it out, but no, the plants were out for blood. The Eridani are trying to see if they can do something. They don't want to get completely hoed out. They're on the receiving end of several genocides. They're taking whatever scraps are left. Getting as many discovery points as they can possibly get. They're getting more discovery points. They're getting more victory points. Changing influence. The plants are colonizing planets. They basically run roughshod over this entire fucking galaxy, doing some trading. They're thinking. They have finished their turn. The Indarni are thinking. They're colonizing planets. Trading more materials for money. Finishing their turn. And just like that, game is over. Unsurprisingly. The plants have gained utter domination. 35 points. Andrade, 30 points. And me, a measly 24 points. Those plants went ham. Yes, devil. That is what they did. Shit. Fear the power of photosynthesis up in this bitch. But yeah, that was a nice little game of Eclipse Second Dawn for the Galaxy. What did you guys think? I hope you had we're going to play one more game for this. But I hope you guys had a lot of fun with this game. I enjoyed this game. Surprisingly, it has very few reviews on Steam. Would you believe? And like I said, once I publish this, once I finish this stream, this will be probably the only playthrough of this game on YouTube. Yeah, it was very nice. I want another shot. I want another shot. Same loadout. I want another shot of the plants. All right, this is a breakdown of. They got 13 points for the controlled sectors. No monoliths, 2 points for ancient discoveries, 5 for research technologies, and 10 for reputation points. The plants got 14 points for controlled sectors, 6 for ancient discoveries, 10 for reputation tiles, and 5 for species bonus. I got 11 for controlled sectors, 2 for ancient discoveries, 5 for researched, and 6 for reputation tiles. So, all right, we're gonna play this again. Same setup. Actually, we're gonna trade out. I don't. The Donnie, they don't need to be bitched out anything more than this. So you know what? We're gonna go with the Draco. Descendants of the Draco may have ships and hexes containing ancients. Okay, but they cannot battle the ancients. All right. They may place influence discs on those hexes, but they may not collect discovery tokens. They get 1 VP per ancient ship left at the end of the game. The special explore action allows them to see 2 hexes at once and choose one or discard both. They start with no research technologies. Okay, so these guys are basically the friends and allies to the ancients. So they want to have ancient stuff on here. And this is the perfect counter. Like, these guys the plants have a hate boner for the ancients, and these guys have a relationship with the ancients similar to Konosuke Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher. Yeah. They are the work husband of the ancients. Yeah, those plants are not messing around, Devil. But let's see. All right. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one. I'm going to probably watch from the sidelines. Maybe pick my spots. But let's start. All right, we're starting first. We got star bases, which we don't need. We got computers. All right, our first turn, we're just going to explore. I need to find some good planets. So I'm going to go outer. Diddly dick. But I'll keep it for the discovery token. And ooh, look what I found here. An ancient ship part. Look at that. And no, I'm not going to take over this sector because there is nothing to control. This costs 3 power. And I can't put it on anywhere because I need to get a better power source. So we're going to save it for later. But I found a nice little weapon. Ooh. All right. All right. The Draco are going. They just researched something. The plants are going. They're exploring. They can explore twice. All right. Our turn. 3 technology. Dude, is there any power sources in here that I can get? No power sources, but there's 3 hull. But it consumes 2 energy. What is this? Absorption field. No, I need a better power source. I want to make use of that thing. So we're just gonna explore again. And this time we're gonna go outer. Better. I'll take it. And we got a warp gate in case we can warp around and do some shit, do some shenaniganry. So we're gonna. Oh, extra cruiser. I'll take it. Extra cruiser. All right, we're gonna influence this. I found a cruiser. And we're gonna colonize these 2 worlds so I can get some extra science and some extra materials. A lot better start than we had last time. All right. I got a nice little weapon, but I need a good power source to use it. All right, the plants are going. Very passive round for the plants. They're taking a warp portal. Shit, that could put them right next to me. All right, they're colonizing some planets. All right, influence, we can do something else. All right, I can't upgrade just yet. All right, we're going to explore one more time. Here in the middle. Nice. We'll keep this. All right. Let's see, where are those things? All right, I want to... All right, this is good. This is good. I can, so that way I can get to the inner system from here. All right, we're gonna go. Yes. Victory points are good, but I need the money. And take control of the sector. And we are now going to colonize. Well, I already spent up my ship, so we can only colonize this. You know what? We got money to burn, so we're going to go here, get some more science on board. All right, it's in the turn. All right, Draco are exploring. They haven't run into their BFFs yet. Colonizing a planet. Plants, they have passed, so they're going first next round. I am passing now. I'm going second. Draco are exploring. They found a bestie. Okay. Plants are going. Plants are passed. I'm passing too. Draco have finished their turns. They're relinquishing control of the sector. All right, let's see. Oh, Oh, good. A power. Oh, we got two power. One good power source. We got a 6 over here. That's just fine. All right. Plant are going. They're taking the influence bar. That's okay. That's not what we were gunning for anyway. So we're going to go. We are going to research. And we're going to get that. Where is it? Where is it? There you are. We're going to get this. All right. And we're just going to slap those on our ships. And then we're just going to start beating some. We're going to just start beating ass. That's what we're going to do. All right. The plants are going. They're doing some build. They have been their turn. Okay. All right. We're going to upgrade and slap on our nice little power source. Hold on, let me see what kind of ship this. Okay, this is a interceptor. Okay, and this is a cruiser. So okay, no, I don't want to build just yet. All right, we're going to upgrade. We're gonna slap this on my interceptor and slap this on my cruiser. All right, we're gonna just spend the next couple of turns upgrading our military. We're just gonna upgrade our military and do some stuff. So we're gonna upgrade our military and then we're just gonna start hunting. All right. All right, plants are going. They're slapping on a targeting computer to their dreadnought and an extra hull for the cruiser. All right, plants are thinking. They finished their turn. My turn. All right, we're going to upgrade again. This time, we're going to slap our... first, we're going to give +6 to our dreadnought. And then we're going to start slapping on our fancy new weapon here. First on our cruiser. All right. All right, next turn, we'll slap on our stuff on the big ships. Then we'll move them into range of that ancient, and then time to go hunting. All right. Let's see. Let's build. Let's build a dreadnought. And turn. All right, we can do one more thing. So actually we're going to upgrade. I forgot to upgrade this thing. So we're going to upgrade. Oh, damn, we already gave this to this. So we're going to give it this +1 and this +1. So we hit better. All right. All right, I'm not going to do anything else. Next turn, I'm going to move my cruiser over here so that we can create a little fleet. Oh, okay, I forgot about this one. Forgot about this planet. We didn't colonize it last turn because we didn't have any more colony ships, so there's that. All right, let's see. Oh, this is better. Better power source, colonization, warp gate. All right. All right, plants are going first. They're... Oh, plants are going hunting. The plants are hunting. All right, we got 11 science. What can we upgrade? Let's see. Let's see. Got 15. All right, actually, I know what I'm gonna do. Okay. First and foremost, we're gonna research. And we're going to take colonizing science planets just to get our colonization up. And colonize, and there. All right, we're making more science. All right. All right, we'll have enough turns. We'll consolidate our fleet, and we'll bring it down, and we'll start wrecking shop. Also, just as a note, damage does not carry over between battles. So if your ships are damaged after a battle, it resets back to 0. All right. right, time for our time to move in. Let's move our dreadnought here. And we'll move our interceptor here. And we'll move our cruiser here. All right, we're gonna have a nice little fleet going on over here. I still have enough leeway. I still have some more room. I can move this guy one more time here, and I got room for something else. All right. Draco are updating their stuff. Plants are going. And they're taking a better weapon. Our turn. Alrighty then. I can't research anything. I don't have what can I build? I could build another interceptor. But I don't want to do that. Actually, I forgot to upgrade my interceptor, so I'm going to give them a nice power up. And let's see. And let's throw on a computer so they can hit better. All right. I think that's all we'll do for this round. We'll just quit next turn. They're getting improved hull, which was a great boon for them. The plants are thinking. Plants will go first. We'll go second. All right. We got a nice fleet of 3 ships. Let's see what we can do. Oh, I forgot. Damn, I forgot to move my other ship down. Damn. Oh, well. All right, interceptor. Attack. Miss. There goes my interceptor. And I took some damage from my dreadnought. All right. Attack. Yes. Auto assign. He's down. No! You bastard! Avenge me, plants. Avenge me, plants. I said avenge me, plants. Thank you, plants. Damn. I messed up. Damn, I messed up. I lost my entire fleet. I lost my whole fucking fleet. Well, not my whole fucking fleet. Alright. Next round, we're getting our revenge. Okay. Better targeting computer. Plants are going. And they're getting better hull. Alright, my go. I got 9 science. Alright, first and foremost. Alright, let's see what we can get with 9 science. Alright. Alright, let's research. Research. Let's see. I can get more money because I can get advanced labs. Let's see. But I can get a better computer, so I shoot gooder. Plasma cannon worth 2. All right, I want to shoot. I want to do some damage. And all right. Next turn, I'm gonna rebuild my fleet, and then we're gonna go kill. We're gonna start doing some damage. We're gonna start massacring some dudes. That put me in a bad mood, and I'm in a bad mood, and I'm gonna take it out on you. And the plants are retreating back to their sector. All right, we got 8, so we're gonna rebuild our fleet. We're gonna build it here. All right. So I can build 2 cruisers. I can build 1 dreadnought, Or I can build another interceptor and a cruiser. Cruiser's got better weapons, so we're gonna build a cruiser and an interceptor. All right, we got a better fleet. All right, end turn. All right, we may go over limit here. All right. Draco are going, plants are going. The plants are going to go first next round, and we are going to move. All right, we're going to move both our cruisers here. Cruiser here. And our interceptor here. All right. It's 3-on-1. So it should be better odds. Oh, the Draco are exploring. They found another BFF. We're killing it. These ancients have put me in a bad mood, and I'm going to take it out on them. All right. Let's see. All righty then. I want to have better weapons for my interceptor. And that's really all I want to do. All right. Time for some revenge. All right. I'll be going last next turn, but that's okay. All right. Remember me, ancients? Attack. Direct hit. Nice. All right. Time to commit genocide. And miss everything. That's better than nothing. All right, we're in the red, so we got to sacrifice something. Oh, we're going second. My bad. We're round 5. All right, plants are going. Oh, they're going hunting too. Our turn. All right, I got 2 actions. 4 resources, 8 in the 8 in science. So let's research. Let's see, better targeting computer or a better hull. You know what? Let's get better computer. I want to shoot gooder. Let's shoot gooder. All right, we're going to be doing a lot of research in this. We're going to be doing a lot of research. Better hull. Draco plants are going. They're reorganizing their fleets. Our turn. All right. We could build another interceptor. But you know what? First, we're going to upgrade. All right. Shoot. Let's see. Better targeting computer. So get this and this. So all we need to do is for our cruisers, we need to just throw a 3 or higher, 4 or higher for our interceptors, and that's it. Alrighty then. In my turn. Oh shit! What the hell are you doing in my territory, Drackles? Oh, you want me? Oh, you trying to defend your boyfriend? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. You motherfuckers. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. You want some of this? All right. I'll show you some. I'll show you something. I'll show you something, you son of a bitch. You want a piece of this? All right. Okay. That's right. All right. We're gonna have ourselves a scrapple. Okay. In my turn. You want the piece? All right. 1 ship against 3. All right. That's what you want. I'm putting plasma rounds on all you bitches. Ah, you motherfuckers. I was getting into my Denzel period right there. All right, the plants are going. Plants. Massive vendetta against the ancients for whatever reason. They win another battle. The plants utterly dominating. That's domination by the plants. All right, Draco. All right, you okay? All right, okay. All right, I see you. You think you could just come in here and mess with me? You think you got a piece of this? You want some of this? All right, you son of a bitch. All right, let's go. You think you're bad? But no, I'm crazy. Yeah, I'm crazy, and I got a bigger gun than you do, and I'm not talking about the one on my ship, sucker. All right, let's kick this guy's ass. Direct hit. And second ship. Oh, look at all those glorious hits. Oh, look at him. Take this guy out. Oh, he's got some kind of new shielding on him, but oh, he must got one of the better hulls that require more than one damage. Don't worry, we got plenty of that. And he can't even hit us. All right, attack. Multiple hits. All of them hit land. There you go. There you go. All right, all right, okay. All right, it's time to do some genocide up in here. That's right. I said we're gonna do some genocide up in here. Sucker. Genocide. Yep, you lost. You tried and you failed. Thanks for the free points. All right, I'm just gonna take one of everything. All right, I turn. Oh, we're gonna take another cruiser. Behold our fleet. Yeah, we found a cruiser. All right, we got a nice little fleet here. All right, we are going to. Yes, we're gonna influence. Alrighty then. And colony and colony. All right. We got a nice little fleet of stuff going on here. All right, round 6. We are in a great position. You know what? First, let's see what we can research. All right. Let's see. Better materials, better planet. Orbital, no. A bit too late for that. Antimatter splitter, no. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna get logistics. That way we can move extra stuff. I got a plan for this. I'm going after the Death Star. I'm going after the Death Star. First, I'm gonna build a dreadnought, and then I'm moving my entire fleet in to face the Death Star. We're going ham. We're going ham. All right, we got plenty of stuff to work with. All right, we're going to build. We're going to build a dreadnought. All right, so we're going to upgrade. Then we're going to take a risky move. Oh, okay. They did. Oh, you want to play defense? Okay, all right. All right, he wants to play defense. He sees I'm beating the shit out of him, and he's trying to play defense. All right, I see you, Drackles. I see you, bitches. All right, okay. All right, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. All right, stay with me. This is what we're going to do. All right, we're going to put this on here. And then we're going to put this. And we're going to put this computer over here. That's right. That's right. You ain't ready for this. You ain't ready for it. You never were ready. You ain't ready for this. You ain't ready for this kind of firepower. What you thinking? Oh, we gonna have a big battle on our hands. Oh, these motherfuckers. Look at these motherfuckers. Oh, I see what you doing. All right, okay. I see what you doing. All right. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna move. Everybody's gonna move. We're gonna move our whole ass fleet. We're gonna move the dreadnoughts up in here. And then we're going to move our cruisers, our big boys. We're going to move them right over here. All right, stay with me. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? You're going to see what I'm saying? We're putting our cruisers here. We're going all in. We're going ham. All right, then we're going to take another cruiser. Just going to put it right over here. See, you got to understand something. This is the technique. This is the technique that you got to understand. This is what we're doing. Going down. All right, we got ourselves a battle on our hands. All right, here we go. Yeah, this is gonna be a clash to remember. All right, 4-on-2 versus the big bastard. All right, can we upgrade anything? Yes, we can. All right. Let's see. All right, we're gonna go put this over here, sacrifice some hull for some extra power, and we're gonna throw this on here. So we're gonna be hitting extra hard. This is gonna be a battle for the ages. Yep, this is gonna be a battle. We got ourselves a war on our hands. All right, I'm over the limit, but that's okay. We're gonna just hopefully we'll get a lot of shit in there. All right, here we go. All right, let's party. Attack. Perfect. We lost our dreadnought. All right. Let's see, can we go here? One down. Attack. Everybody hit him. There we go. We lost our dreadnought, but that's okay. Going after the GCS. All right, attack. Everything hits. All right, we lost our two. All right, hit him. Ah, yes, we took down the Death Star. Oh my goodness! Look at all those points. Give me those points. Look at those points. Oh, I love it. Yeah, I love to see it. I'll just take it because we're at the end of the game. Yes, we're going to influence this sector. All right, time to colonize. All right, we get here, here, and here. All right, it's gonna cost us some stuff, but that's okay. I need to give up a sector. I'm gonna give up this one. All right, that was a big round for us. Woo! All right, 2 more rounds to go. Plants are going. They're getting that. Our turn. We got 9 science, 3 gold surplus. All right. Let's see what we can research. Let's research something. Can we research? What can we research? You know what? Let's research this. Let's get some more, so we can research. So we can colonize some more planets. All right, more money. More money, more problems. All right, we took the center of the galaxy. I don't like the way this one is looking at me. All right, we are going to... what can we do? We're going to build. We're going to build an interceptor, a small little interceptor fleet right here. And then we're going to go over into this area and just start and take this little bitch out. Oh, the Drackle and the plants are about to go ham on it. Plants have finished their turn. All right, we are going to move our interceptors here. Interceptor moves here. And that's all I'm going to do. End turn. Drackle are exploring this late in the game. All right, our go. All right, we have 2 signs, 1 thing. I really can't do much of anything else. Can we upgrade? Let's see. Let's see. Do I want another targeting computer on my interceptors? They're already hitting pretty damn hard. You know what? Let's give another targeting computer. No, wait a minute. That's 2, 4. Damn, not enough power for it, but that's okay. So I think we're just gonna give a targeting computer to the cruiser. So now they're hitting on. They can hit on 2s. And that's all we're gonna do. Next turn, we take these guys out. And then we do a genocide again. In turn. All right. Let's fuck them up. And attack. One hitter quitter. You love to see it. Now, genocide. Yep, I'll take those points. All right, the plants and the Drackles are gonna go. And I think the plants are doing a genocide. No, they're not doing a genocide. The Drackles are hard to hit for some reason. They're just whiffing shots. Why are you whiffing shots, plants? You were just killing it in the last game. Was the last game a fluke, plants? God damn it, plants. You had one job. One job, plants. All right, the Jackal are changing things up. And I'm going to, let's see, I got 2 colonies, so I'm going to colonize this and this. All right, I'm just going to be a buttload of resources for this last turn. For this last round. All right, the plants are going to go first with a whopping 29 science. Shit. 12 science. It's not that bad. All right, we're just going to stay in this area and keep doing the genocide. And let's see if we can't. All right, we're just gonna build here, build another cruiser. Let's see if we can't score some extra points. All right, Drackle's thinking, getting some, trying to reduce their influence. Plants are going, getting some improved hull. And improved hull. There, yeah, they're gonna be, the plants are gonna be hitting hard. All right, my turn. All right, we are going to move our 2 cruisers over here. Cruisers over here. And I'm just going to accept everything. Okay, we can do that. All right, then we're just going to in turn. Drackle are thinking. They finished their turn. Plants are thinking. They're moving. Looks like they want a piece. They just want a piece. They want the smoke with everybody. All right. I don't want anything else. I'm happy with this. Drackle will explore one more time. Colonize one more time. Plants are thinking. They're relocating their ships. Yeah, they're going to do so. There's going to be a lot of battles going over here. All right. I don't want to do. I don't have any else to upgrade, so I'm just going to end it. Draco are thinking. They're exploring again. They found another buddy. I think. Yep. This is the whole game. This is the whole map. In turn. Just end your turn. Good. All right. Genocide time. And there we go. All right. Plants versus the Drackle. Come on, plants. Come on, plants. You were kicking so much ass last time. He can't be that hard to hit. Come on. He's so big. How are you missing? Was that a one-time thing last time? Come on. Ah. It's one ship down. Come on. Direct hit. Not enough. Fire again. Fire again. 2. Come on. Fire. Come on, one more hit. There we go. Suck it, Drackle. And now, genocide. Oh, wait a minute. They're fighting they're fighting the ancients. Oh, and the ancients one shot at them. All right, my turn. 2 shot at that cruiser, but that's okay. Come on, do some damage. One hitter quitter. Yeah, we can take that. Both hit. Done. Now, genocide. Everybody dies. Yep. The USS, the USS AEW ship, commanded by Captain Lance Archer. I'll take the victory points. This is our last turn. Victory points. Yep, and I will influence those. All right, plants are thinking. Plants have finished their turns. And now, time to colonize. All right, we're gonna do this one, and this one. Not that it matters, but that's okay. Yes, and we won. Yes. 36 points. Drackle coming from in trailing in second place with 29 points, and the plants with a measly 25 points. A complete role reversal from the last game where I was in last and the plants were in first. Woo! Yes! Suck it! Suck it long! And suck it hard. And let's see what we got. We got 16 points from our controlled spaces, 6 points for the ancient discoveries, a single point for research technologies, and 13 points for them reputation tiles. They helped me out. A Draco, 12 for the controlled sectors, 3 for controlled monoliths, which I didn't notice they built, a measly 1 point for the techs, 9 point for the reps, 2 for the warp portal tiles, and 2 for the special bonuses. And the plants, 10 for controlled sectors, 3 for the controlled monoliths, 2 for the ancient discoveries, 8 for the reptiles, and 5 for the special species bonus. Well, thanks, Devil. Thank you, everyone. And I think it's time for us to wrap it up. I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed yourselves watching me play this very good game, which does not get a lot of attention. Yeah, it's a bit bare bones. It's nowhere near the level of a Stellaris or a Galactic Civilizations or anything like that, but it's still worth your time, especially from someone who owns the actual physical game. It's a very nice adaptation of the game itself. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles. Thank you, CJ. Thank you for all that other stuff. It's a great game. You can actually buy, if you want to buy the game yourself, it's on sale on Amazon for about I think 120, 125. I got mine on I think I got mine on sale when it was around $90, but you might be able to find it cheaper. The places you can find it at is Miniature Market. That's one of the best places to go. You can find it on Noble Knight Games. You can find it on Card House. I would say Boardlandia, but Boardlandia closed down their shop due to the fucking tariffs. Hence why I'm doing this, because board games are suffering amongst a lot of other businesses that are suffering because of these damn tariffs. But if you want to enjoy, if you want to play the game yourself, it's on sale now. It's not on sale. You can buy it on Steam for $12.99. Very cheap game as far as games go. Like I said, there have been reports of crashes, but I haven't only had the game crash on me once since I started playing it, and I've been playing it since yesterday, nonstop. And it's a good way of getting into the game. The tutorial is very simple, very to the point. It's a very good game, so make sure to check it out if you're into 4X games. So with that, it's time I bid you adieu. Tune in this Thursday. We're going to be heading back to the Woodlands as we look at the last 2 of the DLC factions for Root. And hopefully we'll stick it to the Alliance one more time. If you like what you've seen, like, comment, and subscribe below. It all helps. And make sure to subscribe for more. So until next time, it's been Shintigercurl, that dude in the straw hat, saying good night and